Hello again, YouTube. This is The Truth, man, giving you the truth. And I want to talk a little bit about accomplishment. I would entitle this, Nothing Comes Easy. Things don't normally come easy. And if it does come easy, then you still can't expect for everything to always go well. This is why people are poor. This is why people are poor spiritually. They don't have any spiritual life. They're not connected to God. Because they they worried about the difficulties. They got their eyes on the difficulties instead of the prize, whatever it may be. Instead of what needs to be built, what needs to be done to make things easier for them. And in the process of doing that, and I want to tell you something, if anybody is doing that you know and that you trust and that you love, you got to kind of scale back listening to them. Don't talk to them as much, because these years are going by faster than I've ever seen. Like, time is going faster than I've ever can remember in my life. So if you sitting around listening to people who they have more questions than faith. They have more excuses than obstacles that they've climbed. They have more reasons for not doing something than they have for doing it. Do not waste time. And don't waste time talking to these people. Don't think that a job is the only way you can make money. I mean, you got a lot of people that they don't like where they are in life, but they won't do nothing because their fear of failure. They fear failure. Okay, you don't like where you at. So how, I just don't, and it's a lot of people, and you got to watch out. Like I say, you got to watch out for these type of people, because these type of people, the years will get away from you, and you'll just be looking at them, and you ain't did nothing significant because you listening to other people, and you're around people that don't want to do anything. They scared to fail. They scared to fail, so they don't do anything. And then they come to the end of their life, and they don't have nothing to give to their grandkids, nothing to give if they have great grandkids. Or if they're young and they die, being this type of person, now you got to set up a GoFundMe for them. Because they latched on to things that weren't enough. People that weren't enough. Instead of, I'm going to get the best. The way I think is, I see these type of people as dangerous. Like if every time I come to you about, this business, I think you'll be good in that, and you gravitate the whole conversation back to having a job, but you don't even like your job, you complain about your job, why even keep talking to you about it? I'll do what I know I need to do, and I'll let you do what you do. You see, what a lot of people do too is they think because they ahead of you now, they're going to always be ahead of you. So they try to talk to you like you don't know what to do. And they'll try to get you to do what they did. Each one of us has our own life to live. Not knocking what people choose, but at the same time, don't try to choose for me. You trying to get me to work the job that you hate. No, because see, I know I can make money outside of jobs. I know I can make money from jobs. I know I can make money outside of jobs. So I believe, and when I look back at all of my successes in life, whether the perverted side, when I wasn't with the Most High, or being with the Most High, when I look at the times I was the most successful was the times when I got outside the box, when I started thinking outside the box, and I started working towards goals that I had that I hadn't reached yet. That's when I was the most successful thinking back in my life. When I try to stay somewhere, just thinking it's safe to keep everything, you playing keep away. That's not how you do in a capitalistic society. You don't play keep away. You play go get it. You got to be like the dog. He want that bone. He know where the bone went. Somebody threw the bone, you run out there, you get it, you bring it back, and you bury it for yourself. Then you go get another bone. You got to be like a dog. You see that bone? They throw the bone, he go get the bone, and he bury it where only he knows where it is. Most people trying to be like cats. Meow, meow, meow. No goals, no plans, just to do sneaky stuff all day. And then act like they're so good. And again, you animal lovers, like, I don't mean this in a bad way, it's just an example. Just an example. Just an example. So, nothing comes easy. Nothing comes easy. This is where a lot of women destroy men. This is where a lot of women destroy their sons. Because, see, women will put that emotionalism in guys. That's why they say, like, I was just sitting thinking, like, I heard somebody say that, like, when a man is around women and females too much, his testosterone level goes down. I can see how. Because the emotions is always pouring. And you trying to deal with the emotions. But this is where women mess up their son. This is why every guy needs a masculine man in his life, because you look at even a city like Milwaukee, where they say 86% of juvenile delinquent. Why I keep getting the hiccups. 86% of juvenile delinquents are raised in single mother homes, raised by single mothers. 86%. 80s, that's a high percentage. That's a high percentage. And it's like, it's because the emotions, they don't know how to deal with the emotions. Then the emotions, they begin to absorb some of the emotions and they act out in the streets. The emotions that they seeing and absorbing at home. That's why you need a masculine man around. Because men conquer things. A man to be in a fight and be on his back, and he's still fighting, and he'll get up and he'll start winning the fight. That's how men are. You got grown males, you got men. When you like when you acting like, and I can see it anytime. When you ever notice how I got friends that they're close to their mother, and that's fine. That a lot of that stuff that they mother instilled in them, it starts coming out. It's starting out. Every business opportunity, they rely on their emotions. Well, I just don't feel that that's for me. That's for me. Being rich is not a feeling. It's the results of actions that you took. Being healthy is not a feeling. Well, I just don't feel like working out today. But you felt like eating 2 cheeseburgers. You got to learn how to control your emotions, because your emotions most of the time going to lead you in the wrong direction. They're going to lead you in the wrong direction. Even when you pray. When you pray, you have to pray from a belief standpoint. You have to pray from an expectation level, not from an emotional level. Like, you see it in churches. They think they can butter God up. All this praise, the prayer is short, but they spend the whole time thanking them this, that, and the other. He said in the Bible they think they should be heard for their much speaking. That's not how things work. You got to go out there and get your hands dirty. You got to go out there. You supposed to spend your mind focusing on goals, what you want to accomplish. If you a young person and your mind is more on sex than goals, you better get that under control, because you're not gonna really accomplish nothing. If you go your whole life like that, you ain't gonna really have no accomplishments. So please do not have any kids, because you just creating more poverty. You creating more poverty. And when I look at my worst decisions, it was the decisions I made based on emotions and not based on what needed to be done. Because sometimes what needs to be done don't make sense. It don't always make sense. You trying to hold on back here, that's not even enough back there. You trying to hold on to a $40,000 job and it's 7 of y'all, 6 of y'all, 5 of y'all. You do the math. 5 people divided by 40,000 is 8,000 apiece. Per year. Per person, 8,000. How you gonna make it? How you gonna make it? But you got people that hold on to something like that. Well, I can't quit this job. I ain't got another job. And that makes sense. That's not how you really should do it. Some people, it's probably a couple people in this world that need to just go full in with their business and say, forget the job. Like Bezos did, like Bill Gates did. It's people like that they got something that's so promising that they need to say, forget that job and just go full in with their business. But you have to know whether or not you're one of those people. You may be the person that might need to work 2 jobs for a year or 2 jobs for 2 years. But if you hate your job, I know people that hated their job and they never got a chance to quit their job because they end up passing away. And it could be the job that got them sick. What is she doing? Why would she stop in front of me? Yeah, I need to move. Okay, so nothing comes easy. And you don't get no younger. You losing energy and time every day. Which equation is that where it's energy over time? Hold on, I gotta look this up. Hold on. In physics, it's an equation. Okay, let me see here. Let me see. Give me a second. Which equation is energy over time? Okay, I don't think the computer's understanding me. Energy is power times time. Which equation is energy over time? I know volume. What is the volume equation? Volume equation. The volume equation. Give me this link times calculating volume. Okay. I know one of them is distance over time. Equation for mass. Volume times this. Anyway, I can't find it. But y'all, I think y'all know what I'm saying. It's like, and this is why, this is another one of the reasons why this red pill manosphere space is getting so popular, and why these guys are making so much money and are monetized on YouTube, because of stuff like I'm talking about today. You would be married to somebody and they'd be in total disagreement with what you're trying to do. Whereas if you wasn't married, you could just go do it. I mean, how many guys is dealing with this? And I heard stories. I heard the story Coach Greg told about one of his friends. There was a musician and his wife was trying to talk him out of doing it, telling him he just got to work. If you're going to be with these women, you can't listen to them too much. You got to just do your thing, and whatever they do, if they cheat, they done. So if they try to get revenge by cheating, they're done. They're done. If your girlfriend, your wife cheated on you, why are you still with her? You cannot trust her. She is your enemy. And that little crying stuff, who cares? When they cheat, they done. They done. So in the process, if she chooses to stay with you, you keep doing what you have to do. You keep accomplishing your goal. It's going to be some failures along the way, but you keep fighting. Keep doing what you feel as a man. You're a man. What you feel as a man needs to be done. And what she do, it doesn't matter. Especially if she's not helping you, like, fulfill your goals and your dream. Kids that, I'm taking care of your kid. That's not you. Listen, we both had these kids. Y'all both had those kids. That's not the type of help that I'm talking about. Because y'all both laid down and had y'all kid. That's not how you help somebody. That's the argument that Giselle is trying to have for keeping Tom Brady, who at the top of his game, from playing football, the game and sport he loved. Tom Brady needs to stop listening to her and to do what he feels is best. And whatever happens, happens. Because he could have CTE already. He could have had it 10 years ago and didn't know it. So if he wants to play another year or two, he should play another year or two. These guys, how many? You can't blame your wife. You got to blame yourself, because you should have put your foot down if it was something that you wanted to do and she didn't want you to do it. And now y'all old and she quiet. She was doing a lot of talking back there, but now y'all too old and you like, I just wish I would have did this. And she quiet now. She ain't got nothing else to say. How many times does this happen? We only got one life to live. We live in the richest country in the world. Why would anyone want to settle for poverty, want to live in neighborhoods where all they do is steal? All they do is plot. Right here in Milwaukee, somebody robbed an 80-year-old, shot an 80-year-old. What an 80-year-old gonna do? You could jack him up. What he gonna do? You shooting an 80-year-old just to shoot somebody. It's feminine. You mad your father wasn't there, so you acting out, you doing stuff, you attacking elderly people. Now they done start attacking. I'm saying so many people this older in their 60s in a homicide. Because of these guys who don't know how to conquer. You don't know how to conquer. If you're robbing people, it's because you don't know how to conquer. You don't know how to go out there and earn what you make and earn your keep. I believe that's why I'm hearing stories about these older guys that's got life in prison. The stuff they doing to these younger guys. And it's not right what they doing and how they doing them, but it's always two sides to the story. They could be doing some of this stuff because they cannot believe that these young guys is coming in there with all the opportunities and potential that's out here. How are you going to jail for robbery in this society where you could work at McDonald's now and make $15 an hour, where you can design t-shirts and get you an umbrella and a table from Sam's Club, where you can buy t-shirts and resell them. You can sell candy bars at the park. How are you robbing people? That's an intelligence problem. That's an intelligence problem. Nothing comes easy. Nothing comes easy. Nothing comes easy. So come out of your comfort zone. It's like that. This is one of the things that I start to question. I never question God. I start questioning who really belongs to him. Because I was looking at all these people, and I'm reading this Bible, I'm reading these books that was lost books, I'm reading all this stuff. And then I'm looking at these people, and I'm seeing a contradiction. I'm seeing people that say they got the same spirit as a God that created everything and can't create nothing. I don't want to hear your talk. I don't want to hear you talking about God. I want to see what you can create. If you saved and you saying you got the same spirit as him, then I should be seeing righteousness coming out of you. I should be seeing self-control. Every time you get upset, you go do something evil. That's not self-control. I should be seeing this God that I'm reading about in you. Because if you come around me enough, you're going to see him. You probably will see some of me, being that I'm still in the flesh. But you're going to see him. You're going to see some things being created. You're going to see some miracles happening. But these people claim they have them, and it's like all you see is evil. All you see is their flesh. I should be seeing him sometimes. What are you creating? Oh, you just want to stay in your comfort zone with your little house and car, your little job. But you saying, but I'm supposed to believe you saved? And you ain't creating nothing. You ain't doing nothing no different from the atheist next door. There's many reasons why I just said I don't even want to bother with these churches. You got the dude that's getting all the money in the pulpit, that's talking, sometimes lying. And he all these people is following him. But if you dig into any of their lives, they not creating nothing, they not doing nothing. You got people that won't even start a business because they want to sing in the choir. Well, choir rehearsal is on Saturday. I love singing, so I'm not. But you make $9 an hour. Well, I'm having faith. You still got to learn how to count. Any person that's not just refusing to create got all these excuses. I know it's like a hedge, some type of obstacle between them and God. Perhaps something happened that they mad at God over. Because one thing I know about the Most High is he gonna give you ideas. He gonna Like you'll be in the kitchen just making a sandwich and he'll be talking to you, giving you ideas. Or he won't, sometimes he don't even talk, he'll just put the idea in you. But these people today, they'll just sit back and fear what the devil, but the devil is real. The devil, listen, have you not read the Bible? The devil can only do what God allows and what you allow. When you allow something, she still has to go to God and see if it's okay. Out of your fears. Out of this, out of that. And most of y'all, you don't even know who you should be listening to. Y'all following people that ain't even saved. They're not even connected to God. They just know how to talk. You ever seen these kids that preach? What should that be telling you? That if a kid can do it, anybody can. You could, preaching itself by itself is nothing. It's when the Most High is orchestrating the ideas that come out of you that it's become something. But a lot of these people, how many people in every city live in the richest country in the world? But people can come from India, they can come from Africa, and they come over here, and to them this is paradise. They can sign a check for $2 million, live in a mansion with palm trees in the front, but people over here can't even get a matchbox house in the ghetto. It comes down to actions and mindset. Actions and mindset. You can have it in your mind. You can't manifest nothing if you don't get your actions that you want to take to line up with what you believe. You can't win the lottery if you don't go get a ticket. You can't start a business if you don't do something to get the financial resources that you need. But I'm done. I gotta get going. Just wanted to talk about that a little bit. How nothing comes easy. I remember they had the song, "Don't Ask Me for Ish." Everything you get, you gotta work hard for it. That's why I don't believe in women getting half. Only way I think women should get half of what a man has is if they helped him get what he got. Like if an NBA player was in the NBA before he married his wife, why should she get half? That's not even a fair system. That's why people ain't getting married. You say people are getting married. Not like they did. People is wising up to that. There's more possibilities to lose than the game. But I spoke at length. This is The Truth Man. The channel is No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. Tune in more for more videos tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow with more subjects, more no simping, more open eye out of the Matrix talk.